first topic, that is replication controller. Under the replication controller, we can see here we have deployed three namespaces, and under one of the namespace, let's say we will deep dive into one of the namespace, let's say dev, and we have created a replication controller, dev replication controller, and under the dev replication controller, you can see there are multiple pods in it. Okay, now let's go through the code. Okay, this is the replication controller.yaml. So as I told, there is a dev, test, and prod. Okay, so these three namespaces I have declared, and after that the API version is v1, kind is replication controller. In the last video we have seen kind equals to pod, because there we were deploying pods, but in this case what we are going to deploy, we are going to deploy a replication control which itself will take care of the pod and the availability of the pods. We will see all these details in the hands-on when I will do it, right? So metadata, I will declare the name of that replication controller, so dev.rc, and namespace where I wanted to keep this replication controller, that is dev. Okay, so spec, under the spec I'm mentioning how many replicas of the pod I need, so I can create 4, 10, 100 as I want. Okay, selector, I'm keeping app equals to dev app, right? What does it mean? So basically, if you see under the template, we create a labels, right? So labels is nothing but kind of tags. So I'm keeping an app equals to app dev app, right? So selector will be app equals to dev app. Okay, that is like one-on-one mapping. Okay, now if you see the container, what I'm under the spec I'm mentioning. Okay, this is my container. This is my container, and this is the name of container, and this will be my image of the container of version 1.22, right? Similarly, I'm creating a test and I'm creating a prod, right? And this is just a version difference. Okay, now let's go ahead and see the action in live. Okay, so let's say this is my, okay, so first we will see I have created two windows. Here I will execute the commands, and here we will do the watching of the commands. So for first example, let's see how many namespaces are there. So if extra will be there, I will delete it. So kubectl get ns. So currently there is no namespaces which I have created. These are all default namespaces. If you wanted to know about the namespaces, please go ahead and watch my last video, which I have explained on the namespaces. So what I will do is I will deploy first kubectl apply -f. Okay, dot, in my current directory I will deploy the kubectl. Okay, I will deploy the my Kubernetes controller file. That is first one is replication controller. So you can see namespace dev test and prod got deployed, and here is the replication controller, and then this is name of the replication controller which I have declared. Okay, let's go under the any of the namespace. So kubectl get all -n. Let's say I'm going inside the dev. Okay, kubectl. Yeah, command is same only, kubectl get all -n namespace. So it was taking time, I cancelled it. So we need to mention all as well. So you can see container is currently creating, and I will open a watch list. In watch list, what we do is we define kubectl get pod and then -n, and then I have to give the namespace, right? So my namespace here is in dev. So I will, so you can see currently all four mm, pods got created inside the namespace. Okay, so if you'll match it, both will be same. Let me clear it, and I'll execute the previous command again. So yeah, you can match it now. First one is 48, 6M, F5, and X2. So all these are there. Now let's say if I have to go ahead and delete one of the pod, okay, and then we will see in the action. So kubectl delete, Okay, and I wanted to delete a pod, that is pod name. I'll mention the pod name here. Okay, so what will happen? So delete command generally says this, but if I enter, will it delete? No, it will say like, okay, this resource is not found because my current context is default, not a namespace of dev. So I need to set the namespace of -fn equals to dev. So once I delete it, you see it got deleted, and at the same time, new image, it will start creating it, right? 48 is terminating and J5 is creating it. So it got created as well. Now if you will see, and now it is running. Okay, now it is not found. Let's see. So J5 is got created and 48 is not in the list. Okay, so what we have learned here is once we delete the container, pod, immediately a new pod is coming in the picture, right? And who is taking care of all these things? This is getting taken care by replication controller. So if I delete any of the pod, right, what replication controller is doing is it is creating another pod and it is placing in here, right? This is what happening. So that is the functionality of replication controller, right? A couple of things more we can see before we go to the next topic, that is replication set. So let's say if I have to see kubectl describe, okay, pod, and I have to give the pod name, okay, pod name, and definitely I'll mention the namespace as well. So what, okay, so since it's deleted, right, it will definitely show it is not available. Let me take any other one. Okay, I will take this one and I'll execute the command. So once you see there, right? So what it is telling is image version is 1.22, right? That is the same image we have declared for dev environment. If in the replication set, right, we have given 1.22, right? So if you wanted to see about the prod environment, so what we will do is you basically this command describe commands also gives information about the namespace, name of the pod, right? And labels, annotations, status, IP address. So those all information you can go through and understand here. Okay. So now let's say we wanted to check under the prod, right? So get all under prod. So if you execute the command for prod, and namespace we should change it to prod, then here you will see the Nginx version is 1.24. So that's how we can check the image version as well. And let me show you if we can demo the port forwarding as well. So I will show about the test only. Let me, I'm in dev only. So I will take any of the pod which is running state. So what I will do is kubectl port hyphen forward, right? Then I'll mention pod, name of my pod, I copy and then paste it. And let's say I wanted to do on my local. Okay. And then what is the namespace of this pod? It is in dev environment, right? Once I'll hit enter, I got this port forwarding. So now if you will take it and hit enter, so what will happen? Your page is running, right? Your pod is loading down. Okay. If I cancel this, if I cancel this by pressing Control C, and now if you refresh, it should fail, right? So you can see it got failed as well. Okay, so now we have seen about a couple of commands like kubectl describe, kubectl delete, and how the replication controller is working, right? And one more thing I can show is, uh, yeah. So let's see whether scaling is working or not here. Kubectl scale replication controller. What is my name of my replication controller? So it is dev -rc, and then I'll mention replicas equals to, let's say I want, currently it is 2, right? Four in the pod, right? 4 pods are there, so I'm scaling it to replica equals to 2, and my namespace is dev. Okay, so it is not taking this. I should remove the space here. Okay, it got scaled. So once I am doing this, what is happening is, so it has terminated 2 of the pods. You see, this is terminating, and it is giving only 2 in the running state. So basically, when I changed it from 4 to 2, 2 got deleted. So my current state, it is telling is 2 only, and desired state is 2 only, and current state is 2, and ready state is 2. So what it means, by this time it should be 2 only, right? If you can see, it is 2 under this application controller, right? So replication controller, what it does is, it basically checks what is my desired state, what is my current state. Based on that, it makes the number of pods available for you, right? So this is all about the replication controller. Now let's go and talk about the next topic, that is replication set.